Hello everybody. A few weeks ago I stole the wife's wood wagon. I turned it into a rock wagon, went out to the outer garage. I got two garages. One I prep in, one is just hold stuff. And I got a bunch of rocks, crab concretions, one that was already glued together, large concretions, and two that were broken in half, and dragged those to the other garage. And this video, I think it's going to be about 12 minutes long, just shows how I get things ready to prep and show you how cold it is in my garage, which got pretty cold one morning. Anyways, I hope you enjoy this video, and I'm going to make videos of all these crabs, so there'll be 3 more videos coming. 10 years ago I could have filled that wagon with rock and dragged it. Well, you can see where I dragged it through all that snow, but geez, that was a job. I had to go inside and take a break. Anyways, I'm going to take those inside and show you what I got inside the garage, which the heater is on. This is actually 3 crab concretions. The one in the back has already been glued together, and the other 4 halves have to be glued together to make 3 large crab concretions. Okay, now that it's up to almost 35 degrees, not so bloody cold. This is the way I got this concretion. It's a pretty big concretion. I don't know what it weighs. This is the flatter side, so I'm assuming that the crab is sitting there. His claws are up here. Carapace, legs coming this way. But I see no legs coming out. I remember him saying how this might have 8 tippy-tippies. That could be an A-grade keeper, that one. These two halves are of the same crab. All these crabs are the same. They're all Tomato Carcinus giganteus. All from New Zealand, the Canterbury Formation, all Miocene in age. You can see the impact zone from the sledgehammer here, and that's exactly right where it broke. I can't tell which way that's facing, but I'll glue those two together. Couldn't got a hobby where things weren't so bloody heavy. And this is one half. This is the second half. You can see this crab's not very big in there. So, and I don't see, I've already checked the outsides of this. I don't see any leg circles coming to the edges of the rock. So I'm hoping that one of these crabs is a perfect crab. It's going to take me a while to find out, though. First I got to glue these two together, those two together, and then just start removing rock. But first of all, I'm going to just remove some rock above the carapace on these 4 halves, and then glue them together, and then there will be no guesswork of what the depth is. So I'm going to go over yonder and start air scribing with the big chisel scribe. I couldn't understand what this line was. I thought it was some glue or something, but now I see it's just a piece of calcite vein going right through the crab. There's also one over here, but I've tried to wash this rock and the water's freezing up on the rock. I've never had that before. Holy cow. Water's freezing on the rock. Shows you how cold it is. But I'm just tougher than snot. And what this blue stuff is, I do not know, but maybe if I get to that before it freezes, like so. Okay, then, gee, I can't believe it's frozen. Life and Times of a Fossil Preparator in Montana. 10 in the winter time. Let's see, I need one of these, and I'm simply going to take off some rock here, not touching the shell. I don't want to touch the shell. Now for the other one. Okay, took two halves, glued them, put them together, wrapped a piece of rope around it a little loosely, put a chisel in there and started twisting it where it got really tight, and glue started oozing out. So that's the first one. Tomorrow I'll glue the next one. This one I'm naming smaller flat top crab. This one is going to be bigger flat top crab. And that's only because the top of the concretions have been cut off, making them flat. But I've done so many crabs, I got to name them to keep track of them, keep them in order. Anyways, now back to flat top crab over there. I got 3 flat tops. It's kind of funny, and these aren't very big crabs in these great big concretions, which means the potential for tippy tippies is very good. So I got high hopes for these, which is why I wanted them in the first place. So lots of guys wouldn't want them just because they're broken in half, but that is a mistake as far as I am concerned. Anyways, smaller flat top crab way over that way is done. It's glued, it's ready to go. When I'll get to it, I don't know. This is the bigger flat top crab in a slightly smaller rock, but that's the way it goes. And it's now time to glue. Might be too much, but that's the way it goes. Already dry fitted. Has a pretty good fit. Man, I wish rocks were lighter. I should have figured out a hobby that had to do something with styrofoam. Well, look at that. That's a nice fit there. Yes, it is. And that's a beautiful fit over there. So, take my rope, which I'm going to use as a clamp again. Tell you the truth, I don't know if I showed you the first one. Come on, Ronald. Sorry it's taking so bloody long. I'm just going to tie a loose square knot. Position that. Oh, Jesus. Like so. I figured a screwdriver this size would have a little bit more grip, more turning power. Oh, that's pretty good. Then, oh, come on. Then, tie the screwdriver in place. And voila! That's got to dry for 24 hours. And those two will be ready. Number one flat top crab is way over there, and it's being prepped right now. Okay, what kind of a word is that? Anyways, these are ready to rip, all glued together. If you'll remember, I took some rock up here, so I'll know exactly where the top of the carapace is at. The smaller rock has the bigger crab, the bigger rock has a smaller crab, but that's the way it goes. Be interesting. A lot of rock to remove. When I get to these, I'm not sure, because I've got some stuff coming from Lebanon that's I'm sure going to get in the way. But here, let me, there's 1, 2, and 3 of what I call these flat top crabs. You can't see that one right there. Anyways, I've got a lot of work to that one. It's an extremely bad condition crab. But I figured it laid there for millions and millions of years, so I figured I'd do as best job as I can. I don't know, give it away, sell it, I don't know, whatever. Anyways, those are my 3 of what I call the flat top crabs, only because the guy I got these from cut these and made them flat. Okay, there's all my flat top crabs. None of these are done. This one's in really bad shape. Needs a bunch of rock smoothing and some repair. These two I just took off a whole bunch of rock just to get the rock out of my way. Then I had to take 2 days off to rest my shoulder. Anyways, there's the flat top crabs as they sit now. When you'll see them done, I do not know.